Do you ever freeze, confused between two simple questions? Do you work here? Or are you work here? One of them is perfect English. The other one is a critical mistake. This confusion, the do versus be problem, is the number one wall that stops beginners from sounding natural. It all starts with one verb that seems to break all the rules. The verb to be. It changes constantly. It becomes am, is, are, was, were. It feels like a monster. It feels like you have to memorize 5 different verbs, but it's really just one. This confusion is why we make mistakes. We don't know the job of to be. But what if I told you this verb is not a monster? What if it's just different? What if it's not an action verb at all? What if this one verb has only 3 simple logical jobs? Today, we are not just going to learn what to be is. We are going to learn why we use it. I am going to show you the 3 clear jobs of this verb. When you understand its job, you will never confuse do you work and are you work again. This is the foundation. Welcome to the English Zen Podcast. Our goal is to fix that do versus be confusion forever. To do that, we must understand one simple central fact. In English, there are 2 different types of verbs. First, we have action verbs. These are most verbs: work, study, eat, go, play. They describe a physical or mental action. The verb do is the helper for these action verbs. But to be is different. It is in its own special category. To be, am, is, are, is a state verb. It does not describe an action. It describes a condition, a quality, or a state of being. This is the golden rule. You must choose one. You almost never use to be and an action verb together. It's like oil and water. You use action verbs or you use state verbs. This is why are you work is impossible. Are is a state verb and work is an action verb. You cannot mix them. Since work is the action, the correct helper is do. Do you work? So if we don't use be for actions, what do we use it for? It has 3 simple jobs. Let's look at the first one. We have established our golden rule. We do not use be with action verbs. It is a state verb. So let's explore its first and most important job. The first job of to be is to define identity. We use it to answer the question, who am I, or what is it? It connects a subject to its name, its profession, or its relationship to others. For example, I am Liam, my name. She is a doctor, her profession. They are my parents, their relationship. In all these sentences, there is no action. We are simply stating a fact about who someone or something is. To make a negative, the rule is simple. We just add not after the verb. He is not a teacher. We are not students. And to make a question, we also have one simple rule. We just invert the subject and the verb. She is a doctor becomes, is she a doctor? They are friends becomes, are they friends? Again, no do is necessary because there is no action. The job is simply to ask about identity. We now know the first job of to be, to define identity. I am Liam. The second job is very similar. It is used to give a description or a quality. We use be to connect a subject to an adjective. It answers the question, what is it like? I am happy. The food is delicious. They are busy. Notice again, there is no action. Happy is not an action. Delicious is not an action. They are states of being. This is why we say she is happy, a state, but we say she sings, an action. This brings us to the third and final job of to be. We use it to talk about location or position. It answers the question, where? I am at home. The keys are on the table. Tokyo is in Japan. And that is the complete system. It is that simple. To be is not a confusing action verb. It is a state verb with only 3 jobs: identity, description, and location. If your sentence is not doing one of these 3 jobs, you must use an action verb and its helper, do. We now have our complete mental map. Let's put this system into practice. We will not guess, we will analyze the job of the sentence. First one, sentence, he, a lawyer. Use be or do. Let's analyze. What is the job here? A lawyer is a profession. It is job number 1, identity. Is there an action? No. Therefore, we cannot use do. We must use be. The subject is he. The correct form of be is. He is a lawyer. Second one, sentence, you like pizza. Analysis. What is the verb? The verb is like. Is like an identity, a description, a location? No, like is a mental action. Because it is an action, we cannot use be. We must use the helper verb for actions, do. The subject is you, the helper is do. Do you like pizza? Third one, the test. You hungry. Analysis. What is hungry? It is not an action. It is an adjective. It is job number 2, description. Because it is a description, a state, we cannot use do. We must use be. The subject is you. The correct form of be is are. Are you hungry? This is the process. Analyze the job first. If it's one of the 3 jobs, use be. If it's an action, use do. That confusion, that do versus be wall is now gone. It is replaced by a simple logical system. The monster verb is actually very simple. It is not an action verb. It is a state verb. You now know it's only 3 jobs: identity, description, and location. If the job is not one of those 3 jobs, the sentence must be about action, and it needs the helper do. This is the goal of our practice. The goal is never to memorize charts or rules. That only creates stress and hesitation. The goal is to build a calm, intuitive understanding of the job the words are doing. Start simple. Just try to notice the difference today. When you hear are, ask, is that a description? When you hear do, ask, is that an action? This is the Zen approach to fluency. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to big results. For your practice, leave a comment below using this system. Tell me, what do you do, your job? And are you happy today? If this lesson brought you a feeling of clarity and calm, please leave a like and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next lesson. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the English Zen Podcast for more simple, clear guides to essential English. Practice calmly, and I will see you soon.